going to set the intention for this morning on ending our dependence on fossil fuels. We're joining people all across the world today as they protest against our dependence on this form of energy that's gotten us into the position that we're in right now in this generation. Future.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I live right here in Hartford. I was really excited when I heard the International Rising Tide Network is having this day where we can all protest against fossil fuels. I think we're slowing down climate change by using way less fossil fuels, and we just need people to know about this, and I think one step will be a good step. Thank you.
The business of oil, the business of coal, the business of planes, trains, automobiles, boats, ships, freighters, space shuttles. Where is it all going? What is it all for? People talk about change, they talk about making things happen, they talk about taking these things and changing them into better things. But we have what's called a false economy here in America. I was first introduced to this notion by my grandfather and father running my small stone business in Hartford. It was a false economy because my father and grandfather didn't take any pay, yet there was hardly enough money for me to take pay. But they did an awful lot of work. What happened with their compensation, their time that went into the business? The healthcare industry gets subsidies, but also the auto industry gets subsidies, and the oil industry, fossil fuel industries get subsidies. That means there's something wrong. That means there's things that aren't quite right, things that need to be fixed. And that's just the economic side. What about the side of the world? What about the side of the planet? The discussion is finished on whether or not there's an argument anymore. We know that fossil fuels are a problem. We know that they have limited supply. Even if we have a lot now, which some people say we do, I don't believe we do. But if we have a lot now, it doesn't really matter because we're going to use it up eventually because it's a finite supply. It's not something that happens over and over again, the creation process of fossil fuels. So when they're all done, then what? Even if they don't pollute, even if they don't create noxious fumes and chemical cocktails that kill every living thing on the planet, change the atmosphere forever, even if they're going to be finished someday, and it's going to be a race to the finish line, and so you can get them all and use them before they're all gone. Well, we now know there's another element in the mix. We know there's an element of pollution and atmospheric corruption. We need to address these items now. The longer we wait, the longer the difficult period of change, and change is always difficult. The longer it is, the longer it takes. So I say take these subsidies that are being pointed at certain industries that are not operating in a true economy. They're operating in a false economy. Point them in the right direction of renewables, things that actually need the money at this point in time. Or is it that the people that make these decisions are so corrupt and so interested only in their own financial gain that they cannot possibly bring themselves to make an altruistic, true choice? I say point them at solar, point them at hydroelectric, point them at landfill gas reclamation, point them at geothermal. point them at wind. These are things that are free for the taking.